Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. My dear friends and fellows, look, there are plenty and plenty of people who were born and raised without much of the resources. Not all of the people were born with the golden or the silver spoon in their mouth. Many and many of these were just, surviving, my dear friends and fellows. Now, as for these people are concerned, they people too, many of them, they want to become wealthy person, successful person, rich person. They too want to achieve their goals, and I think and I believe that it is as much a right of these people as it is the right of those people who were born in the rich families. So, dear friends and fellows, how to do that? How can we become a person like this one? How can we achieve all that? How can we deserve all that? Deserve? Yes, we do deserve. But we will be considered and our worth will be proven once we ourselves achieve that, once we ourselves make it possible. So, for all that reason, today our today's talk is dedicated to the people who want to become successful person on their own, who want to become rich person on their own by using the legal, the fair, the ethical, the morally sound ways, and not in an unethical, not in an immoral way at all. So, dear friends and fellows, I, a very careful consideration and after plenty of research, have chosen certain items, certain instructions, certain tips or guidelines which will be of great help and great usage to all those people who are aspiring to be a rich person, who are aspiring to be a successful person, who are aspiring to be a self-made person, a self-made millionaire. After a very careful consideration and after the plenty of research, we have come to a conclusion that there are five things needed, and just five things, not much of that at all. So, if at all we people are determined and committed, we do commit ourselves with the five of these things. Let me assure you with all sort of confidence that this thing will be achieved by us. So, what are those five things? Now, let's look upon that one by one. And that five items, it's not a big agenda, it's not a lengthy chorus at all. So, the first thing out of all that is concentrate and build self discipline. Concentrate and build self discipline. So, that is what we need to do. We need to concentrate instead of working upon so many of things at the same time, which might not be a good strategy at all. So for that reason we need to concentrate and we need to build the self discipline mean that all the bad items, all the bad habits has to be eradicated, has to be taken out, has to be weeded out of our life, and then all the necessary good things, all the necessary good habits, all the necessary good routine will be taken, will be adopted, and will be cultivated amongst us in our own life. And this is directing your attention toward achieving success. Once we are working to concentrate, once we are working to build the self discipline, then it automatically means removal of the bad habits and cultivating the good habits. It also means that we need to direct our attention toward achieving success. That is the number one tip: building of the self discipline, concentrating and building of the self discipline, directing our attention toward achieving the success. And that is the number one tip. Number two tip is pursue your dreams and passions. Pursuing our dreams and passions, dreams of success. I want to become a person like this one, I want to reach there, and I want to become a person like this one, I want to achieve this thing and that thing. So these are our dreams. So we need to follow, we need to pursue our dream. Also, if at all we are pursuing our dreams, also, if at all we are pursuing our dream, we need to pursue, we need to follow our passions as well. What are these passions of mine and yours? Whatever we want to become, there are certain interests, there are certain items in which we are seen taking interest. There are certain other items which becomes our hobby because we are quite interested in that. And still there are certain other things which become our passion because we love all that, because we love all that from the very depth of, from the very bottom of our heart. So for this reason, there are certain things which are not just our interest, which are not just even our hobbies, rather these are our passions, and we do have to pursue our passions, we do have to pursue our dreams. Now that is the tip number 3. Now the tip number 4 is focus on the long term, focusing on the long term, and instead of focusing on the short term, because as far these short term goals are concerned, these are okay and we need it. But as far the enduring, as for the success and the genuine success is concerned, it will not appear without working, without having the long term goal, without pursuing, without following, without working, without concentrating upon the long term goals. These are the long term goals which are absolutely and absolutely necessary, which are extremely important. We need to pursue our long term goals. So that is the tip number 3. And the tip number 4 is take the tip number 4 is take well prepared risks and learn through failure. There are two items in the tip number 4. One is to learn from our failure. Failure is not bad as long as to learn from our failure, to learn from our mistake. The mistakes are not bad if at all we are learning from it. If at all we were punished for that mistake, or it goes unpunished, in both of these cases, in both of these cases, we need to learn, we need to learn a lot from our mistake. And also we need to learn from our mistakes on the one hand, on the other hand we need to take the well prepared risk. Taking of the well prepared risk, that is so important. And also, apart from taking the well prepared risk, we need to learn through our mistakes. There are people who don't take the risks at all, they don't grow faster. But I don't mean that we should be taking the blind risk, because it will make us a failure, and it is quite destructive. We don't have to become somebody like that. Every risk is not worth taking at all. We need to prepare it very well, we need to prepare it very well. And if at all the probability of success is very high, only then we can go for this well prepared risk. We should prepare and well prepared for this risk. Now the fifth and the last is invest rather spend. Invest rather spend. We need to make the investment instead of spending. We need to make the investment. And if at all we are not seen making the investment, what is going to happen? There will be no income, or after the sum of the time, all the money will be consumed, and there will be no money left at all. So we need to keep investing whatever we are having. Instead of consuming it, instead of just spending it, it is far better to make the right and the good and the safe investment of all that. So these are the 5 tips, the 5 tips to become a self-made rich person, a self-made millionaire. I think for all the people who want to become a self-made millionaire, all the people who want to become a self-made rich person, I think this 5 point formula is a kind of best thing for all of those. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair.